It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Seahawks and the Broncos, next on Madden NFL 22.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, a rematch of Super Bowl 48, and it should be a good one, between the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That's surprising.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. They set up the screen to Penny. Oh, he shifts past him. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Bradley Chubb there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, and it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. Going up top. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. So you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown, and you give up a big one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Yeah, this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The numbers a week ago for Everett. 5 catches, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong. Takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with 7 on the year. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This pass caught by Hamler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And I think the ball's out, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos draw a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that drive, 4 plays, and the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, and oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into
a pass for Sutton is intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Seahawksans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. and you can't do it all on one throw.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Wilson now off the bootleg. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there for Denver.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll look to throw. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. He's got room to run past the 20. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now left side on the swing pass. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, wide open, complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A huge play there for Denver. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On 1st down, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. On 3rd down, Penny. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Mike 54.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So thanks to the late, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for...
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Christian Covington breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On play action, they'll throw. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Penny. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Penny. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Denver's offense now set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
Myers' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff to Penny. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you we won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's. And it's taken in at the 9. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. And Denver getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but it'll be 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Wilson going to throw for it. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone. For the moment, it's 2 points, but there is a flag down. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He completes this to Sutton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. A first down carry for Davis. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll hand it off now. Williams down right around the 25. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
45 to the mic. It's just warm up. 45. Mike, 45. Right here, right here.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone.
Get ready.
So Russell Wilson and the offense down by a field goal, 53 ticks to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Now Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And he finds Penny. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing now is Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. Wilson to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge. I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense. They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work. That's called being in the zone. So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas